Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Sandra P's Gen Extra. I hope you've had a restful, productive, wonderful Friday. I have, and I just wanted to hop on here really quick and pass along some news that I heard while I was on TikTok. I follow Claude McKnight, who, as we know, is from the group Take Six. I always love Take Six. They have been in music for so many decades. You always see them. If you're Gen X, you know of them from, they would come on different TV shows. One of their biggest songs I remember is Spread Love. I'm not even going to try to sing it because they're brothers with so much harmony, but I'll show you Claude McKnight and then I'll just let you tell him. You saw the thumbnail. The thumbnail is about Rico McKnight, who is the son of Julie McKnight and Brian McKnight. I'm not going to mention anything about Brian McKnight. I'll just let Niko Mcknight speak about what he talked about today, losing his. Oh, I'm sorry. One moment. Let me go back because that switch. That's Claude at a happier time. Let me go back to his last video. One moment. Oh, that's an old cruise that they had up with Michael McDonald. I should have shown Take Six. Let me make sure I'm sharing my screen, everybody. Anyone who comes in, let me know if I am sharing my screen. I believe I am. Let me go back. Share this tab. Okay, here we are. I apologize for that. The first part of it was the article.
This morning, I found out that my nephew, Niko Mcknight, passed away. He'd been bravely battling cancer for the last 2 years or so. And I have a lot of feelings right now. I'm not going off a script or anything like that. I'm just going to be raw with how I'm feeling. Niko was one of those amazing kids who was quirky and curious and ridiculously talented. Amazing singer, an amazing guitar player, had a great eye, was a photographer, and just one of those kids that, at least in my estimation, was somebody you always wanted to be around. And so it really sucks that he's no longer with us. And I will also say, probably one of the reasons why I wasn't going to post about it is I post a lot of things, but I don't post a lot of really, really serious subject things, or certainly family things. And I wanted to post this about Niko, about his legacy, about how amazing he is, and not about what some of you may have heard about, the family drama that has existed for quite some time uh, in our family. I'm not here to discuss that or to talk about how that happened or why it happened. Um, this is not the time or the place, but what I will say is in any situation, there's always at least three sides to a story. There's my side, your side, and the truth. And the truth, a lot of times, is somewhere in between. So here's the thing, I don't know exactly what was going on there. I know what I've seen, I know what I've heard from all parties involved, and I try not to judge. I just try to be as loving to each person as I can be because apparently there's so much hurt going on, or was so much hurt going on, that a lot of things didn't get resolved. And again, I want to go back to Niko. I know that kid had a lot inside, a lot eating at him for a long, long, long time. That may have contributed to what happened with him. What I do know is he's out of pain now. And so I can rejoice in the fact that he no longer has to go through the chemo and the radiation and everything else. But I just want to uplift that young man. say we will see him again one day. I love you, Nico. Uncle Claude.
That was my favorite one from Take Six. I'm going to actual tribute to his nephew. I didn't know he even mentioned anything about his brother, but he is right. There are three sides to every story. I know Julie's grieving. That is the mother. Brian McKnight. I don't know what's in his heart, but he has to be grieving as well. But I love what Claude said. I'm going to go back and just show everyone knows who Take Six is. Okay, here is early 90s. This is at the peak. So let me go back and show this. I had to stop scrolling. Let me just show you Michael McDonald, and I'll go back.
Ready? Here we go.
This is old because they already had this cruise. You notice that lead singer right there? He was the shorter guy. And there's Claude. Michael McDonald. Yeah, I would have went on that cruise. I have to look and see what else is going. Music type cruises, they always increase the price because you actually are paying for all of that entertainment as well. But I would have went to that one.
Listen to a song about a group called Take Six. I like to sing high.
I like to sing low.
I like to hum in the middle. I like to sing fast. I like to sing slow. And I just sound like a drum or bass.
All right, that's why PBS is so invaluable. Let me go and show you a little bit of the article that they had on Vibe. Close that out because they're still playing music over there. Just a little bit of the article that we had on Vibe. And this will give more details. I do know that he had cancer. Now, we heard his uncle Claude allude to sometimes certain illnesses are triggered by certain things. So, of course, there's a great deal of heartache, a great deal of stress that was going on as well. But 32 years old. So this has been confirmed by his uncle Claude, which we just saw, and his mother, Julie, who was Brian McKnight's first wife. His first wife, the mother of most of his children. His new wife, and the information he was always saying about her was in the news more recently, but those of us who remember Brian McKnight first coming on the scene are familiar with Julie, his high school and then college sweetheart, and the woman that was married to him for a couple of decades, and they had all those children. Cole Nicholas McKnight, affectionately known as Nico, has died at the age of 32 following an intense cancer battle. The tragic news was confirmed by his uncle, Claude McKnight, lead singer of the group Take Six, in another video, and mother Julie in a statement. Okay, Vibe puts this in the first sentence. He was the estranged son of Brian McKnight, or the first paragraph. So it's with profound sadness that Julie McKnight and the family announced the passing of her beloved son, Cole Nicholas McKnight, affectionately known as Nico. Nicholas was a cherished husband, son, brother, grandson, uncle, nephew, whose warmth, laughter, and love touched the lives of all who knew him. He was self-taught artist of music and photography. I didn't know he was creative. I knew he was an artist. His passing is an immeasurable loss to his family and all those who held him dear, the statement read. Okay, I'm actually going to just leave that right there and just saying rest in power to Nico McKnight. That's really sad to hear today. I saw Claude's video, and I felt his video was really subdued and appropriate and really sweet, just letting people know that his nephew has passed on and just giving us information about it. So thank everybody for stopping by Sandra Peach Gen Extra. This was just a quick little nugget just to give the rest in peace, rest in power to Nico McKnight. And I did not know that he was a husband and father. I knew he was a son and a nephew and a brother and all those things. But thankfully, he lived a very full life up to age 32, which a lot of times is the case. When someone dies young, I don't know if they're in a rush to live their life or that maybe they know that they are on fixed time and they have this assignment to fulfill. But that also goes to teach lesson about being estranged from people and whether or not anything is worth not being in someone's life that you love or have loved. So I'm really glad to see Claude and the statement that he gave, also to read his mom, Julie Mcknight's statement. And I hope the family is able to heal and get back together. Mama Bees, thank you for being in the bushes driving. I appreciate when you stop in. And I will see all of you in the YouTube streets. I actually am able to take a training tomorrow morning for YouTube. So I'm not going to see, I won't be able to comment and things like that. So I'll be out just watching different content of some of my favorite creators, but I will not be making any content until probably at least Sunday. So thank everyone for stopping in for this quick update on the news of Niko Mcknight's early passing. I don't say gone too soon because everyone has their assignment, and when that's complete, then they get their wings and they can rest in peace, rest in power. So thank everyone stopping by Sandra P's Gen Extra. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday and have a great weekend. Goodbye, everybody.